Okay, so today we're gonna do trinomial factoring. How many terms is in a trinomial? 3 terms, right? So this type of factoring is with 3 terms and only 3 terms. Okay, and for today, what is the coefficient in front of the x squared? 1. Yeah. Okay, so today we focus on x squared only trinomials. Tomorrow we focus on trinomials where the coefficient is not 1. Okay, so we can factor x squared plus bx plus c when and we can break it up into 2 binomials like this, where b is the sum of 2 numbers and c is the product of 2 numbers. So actually, no, not b. Okay, so what I like to help my students do, like this is how I taught the you don't have to do this triangle and square method if you don't like it. Okay, and then when you times it, you get c. Right? So and then you're trying to figure out what is the triangle and square. Okay, so right here, I'm trying to figure out how to. So in this trinomial, I know that my answer is going to be in the form like this with the 2 brackets. So something times something to give me the constant, which is 2. And when I add those 2 same numbers, I'm going to get the middle coefficient, which is 3. So what would work? Yep. 2 times 1. 2 times 1 gives us the 2, and 2 plus 1 gives us the 3. So how do we factor this? X plus 2 and x plus 1. And done. That's how we factor it. This is like a little method to factor these trinomials with a constant, with a coefficient of 1. Okay, we're gonna do another one. Let's try another one. So triangle times square to give us 10. And when we add it, we want the middle coefficient, which is 7. So what 2 numbers work in this case? Yep, 5 and 2. 5 times 2 gives us 10. 5 plus 2 gives us 7. So what would my answer be right here? Why? Yep. Y plus 5 and perfect. All right. Are we okay so far? Okay, we'll do one more. Don't worry. This is the lesson today, so we'll keep doing until it makes sense to you. Okay. So 2 numbers. When you multiply 2 numbers, when you multiply, you get the constant, which is 16. And the same 2 numbers, when you add it, you get the middle coefficient. What's my middle coefficient here? Timothy? -10. That's right. It's -10. The sign goes with it. So what 2 numbers work? Jamal? -8, -2. That's right. If let's say I just did 8 and 2, 8 plus 2 gives me +10. I will never be able to add 2 positive numbers and get a negative, right? So -8 times -2 gives us +16, and -8 plus -2 gives us the -10. So what would my answer be? This is n, yeah.
N minus 8 times n minus 2.
Perfect. Okay, and I better not be n plus minus 8 and n plus minus 2. Okay, that's bad format. So if your triangle number is negative, it's negative. If it's positive, it's positive. Okay. Next one. So somebody set this up. Triangle times square equals what? Right? And when I add it, it should give me Hazel? Good. Okay. Come up with those two numbers. Okay, Daniel? Negative 18, positive 1. Okay, and negative 18 plus 1 gives us that. That's right. It doesn't have to both be positive, both be negative. It could be one, it could be a combination. So how do you write your final answer? Hazel? Yep. R plus 1, right. Yeah, so it's always your triangle number and your square number. Easy enough? Yeah. Okay. So a lot of people like this method because it works. Okay. This one. Triangle times square equal? Yep. What number first? That's 100. Let's set it up. And then when you add it, yeah. And sometimes it may take a few tries. You won't get it like in the first try. That's fine. It's trial and error. But at least you have a direction with your trial and error. Okay, what numbers work? Yep. Negative 10 times negative 10, I get a positive 100. Negative 10 plus negative 10, I get negative 20. That's right. So when I write it, Q minus 10 and Q minus 10. Okay, yeah, Kelly, is this full marks? No. How should I write it for full marks? Yep. Yeah. That's full marks. Okay. And notice when I do this, I do the multiplication first before I do the adding. Because when you do adding, there's like a gazillion combinations that you could do. So that's why when you do the multiplication one first, you eliminate a lot of the choices. Okay. Next one. Who wants to set it up for me? Okay. Good job. See, how many of you saw that? Okay, nobody's putting up their hand. Yeah. So Ariane didn't just set triangle square equals 18. Alright. Because look at here, the coefficient in front is not x squared. So what he saw was that there's a common factor. So whenever you factor, always check for common factor, first. Okay, so in this case, he's right. We can actually factor out a 3. I bet not everybody saw that. So if we factor out that 3, what do we have? Yep.
X squared plus 5x plus 6.
Good. Now can we do the triangle square method? Yeah, because it's an x square only. So triangle times square equals 6. Triangle plus square equals 5. So what are my two numbers? 2 and 3. 2 and 3. And again, sometimes it takes 2 tries. If I did 6 and 1, 6 plus 1 doesn't give me the 5. So then I have to do a second one, 2 and 3. Yep, that works. So what's my final answer? Who can tell me? Nice and clean. Final answer. Okay, Paul?
3 times bracket x plus 2 times bracket x plus 2.
Perfect. A lot of people forget this 3 afterwards. So make sure you don't leave out this 3 right here. 1 second. Okay, so that's the lesson. Those are the 6 examples. I did record this because I saw that a lot of you guys were paying attention rather than copying it down. That's totally fine. But I do encourage you guys to take some notes down. So if you need to, it is recorded. I'll upload it. These are the questions that I want you guys to work on for the rest of the period and for homework. This period finishes at in 10 after. So you have about 7 minutes left to get started. Try it out. You can probably get half of it done. Okay, so not a whole lot of homework. Try it. Make sure you try it because tomorrow we do the next step up. Yeah? Oh.